Hi everyone, welcome to video 62, Heaven at 36%. Glad to be here, happy that you're here, and hope you've got a great day planned, or just had a good day, or had a nice evening, whatever, if you just woke up. So, heaven is coming, we know that, and I was thinking yesterday, if nobody watches these videos, the transition will be not in people watching these videos necessarily, but will be when I am obviously transitioned. Right now, I don't attract necessarily a following. No, you're not surprised. But I think that will happen, I really do. I've had visions and feelings like that for a long time, and God speaking in my ear. So, we all have our ideas about what the future will bring, and I have one that's very, very secure and stable. It's been the same for many years, and I know it's coming, and I have I hope for extreme, like things to happen on Earth that no one else would believe possible. Very few people would believe possible. But since in Cheonsung reading this morning, oh, that's another thing. I want to get to Cheonsung, and each video I'll just read that, and that will bring all the topics we can talk about. But in the reading this morning, it said that, well, no, I talked about that yesterday, how heaven would have been here in 7 years' time, starting in 1954, or earlier than that. So, certainly, since Reverend Moon he may have, the people following him may have failed to unite with him, but his mission did not fail. And he kept on living for another 12 and 60, 40. So another 52 years after that 7-year period. So we can expect heaven, and the only reason I do is because I believe in my own feelings and the very strong dreams and visions and spiritual support that I've had since 2009. And so that's what brought me here. And I think God has a big plan. And I was writing in a comment recently, it has to happen in concert with the defeat of the physical forces of evil in the world that murder people, that murder good people. So we know that there's no use in sending a good person if he's just going to be murdered. So already Reverend Moon came and lived his whole life, as long as he could. And now there's, that is the ultimate. That is the ultimate, and the world will follow his example. Now that families, his followers will be able to carry out his mission to completion. Yep. So that's good news. So, yes. So tomorrow, video 63, Heaven at 37%, we'll start reading. I think by tomorrow I will be starting that, because there's lots of holy books upstairs. I'm at the church camp, and I can pick a number of them. I'll talk to the pastor here and see which one he'll let me borrow, and I'm sure he'll say, oh, anyone you want. and I'll read from that, and then it'll bring up a lot of things that will be good. It will cause clear thinking in us, because that happens every time. That's the purpose of Hundoke, is so that is because Reverend Moon loves God's children. God loves us. God loves Reverend Moon, and God wants to bring his children into one family, centered on true parents. Yeah, centered on the Adam and Eve, essentially. That is the original plan. So that's where we stand. So it's exciting. Heaven is coming. We will be in the direct dominion. We will see. I suppose. I think I've heard in numerous places that when we're on Earth, we're supposed to see we're supposed to be able to see spirit world clearly with our spirit mind and spirit eyes. and of course have all our physical senses to do everything we do today on earth, but have another part of us opened up. And I remember a quote that Reverend Moon shared in one of his speeches or books, well, in one of his speeches are the books, that one time when his spiritual mind opened, he said it's hard to put into words, but it was just kind of like a whoosh, and all of and all of his senses were suddenly emotionally connected to God, and the seeing and feeling and hearing and smelling and tasting in the spirit world also, as well as the physical world. And that actually after that, the physical world became kind of a secondary sense. The spiritual senses became secondary to the spiritual senses, if I remember correctly. So that's why we need the Chongtsangyang or any speeches that we read, so that we can speak directly from Reverend Moon's words. And he spoke a lot of words. Like I said, he's over 1,000 volumes. So we're going to get some of that. And okay, so take care, have a great one, and good to see you. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. This was video 62, having at 36%. So tomorrow we'll be up to video 63, having at 37%. Another 63% to go after that. Or 64 if we go to 101. Alright, take care. Thanks for being here. God bless you.